सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यं करवावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै। Can you reduce this pen? This pen. Shloka number 25. सक्ताः कर्मण्य विद्वांसः यथा कुर्वन्ति भारत कुर्याद् विद्वांस्तथा सक्तः चिकीर्षुर्लोकसङ्ग्रहम् न बुद्धिभेदं जनयेत् अज्ञानां कर्मसङ्गिनां जोषयेत् सर्वकर्माणि विद्वान् युक्तः समाचरन् प्रकृतेः क्रियमाणानि गुणैः कर्माणि सर्वशः अहंकार विमूढात्मा कर्ताहमिति मन्यते। So Bhagavan is talking about what is the approach of a wise person with regard to the actions, the activities. And Bhagavan's answer is that if a wise person happens to be in the field of activity, like in Grihastha-shrama, like in the position of a leader, then the wise person will not run away from his responsibilities. He will be doing the activities. But the difference is that he will not have attachment to karma, he will not have attachment to the result, and he will not have a delusion about the status of karma, status of himself. So one thing is that wise person will have knowledge, and knowledge-based clarity about karma and karma phala, whereas ignorant person, being ignorant, he will have ignorance, and ignorance born wrong notions about karma, karma phala. And that is said in the 27th sloka. Prakrutehe gunaihi sarvashah karmani kriyante. All karmas, laukika karma, walking, talking, etc. The worldly, secular activities they call it, or some religious activities. All karmas, kriyamanani, are done by the gunehi, by various aspects of Prakriti. This we have seen in the last class. Our Vedanta Siddhanta is that all body, mind, sense complex, all objects are born of material principle called Prakriti. Brahman is there behind Prakriti, but the production happens from Prakriti called Maya. And Maya has got three aspects: Sattva, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. These are called three aspects of Maya. Sattva Guna is responsible for knowledge, happiness, clarity. Rajoguna is responsible for activities, restlessness, greed, ambition, etc. Tamoguna is responsible for inertia, responsible for laziness, dullness, inertia. And from these three gunas, three aspects of Prakriti, Sukshma Mahabhuta, subtle elements are born. Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Teja, Apa. These subtle elements are born. And from subtle elements, our subtle body consisting of 5 organs of perception, 5 organs of action, and mind, intellect, they are born. And from Sukshma Mahabhutas alone, all the gross objects are born. Therefore, when activities are happening, they are happening in the field of the guna of Prakriti. Like my hand is moving, then what is moving? Karmendriya is moving. And Karmendriya is the product of the Rajoguna of Prakriti. So my hand can be looked upon as a guna, the aspect of Prakriti. I am talking. Talking is happening by the organ of speech. That is also the product of the Rajoguna of Prakriti. I am thinking, because for talking I have to think. That thinking is happening in the mind. The mind is the product of the Sattva Guna of Prakriti, Panchamahabhutas. So, all activities are done by the products of various gunas of Prakriti. So, activities are happening only in the guna of Prakriti. Atma is free from action. But ignorant person who is ahankara vimudhatma, one whose mind is vimuda, deluded by ahankara, the identification with the body, mind, sense complex. He thinks, I am born, I am fat, I am lean, I am a woman, I am a man. In this manner, he is deluded. He is having identification with the body, mind, senses. And such a person, manyate, considers what? Kartaham, I am the karta. Really speaking, activities are happening by the guna of the Prakriti in the form of body, mind, sense complex. I, real Atma, never does any activity. In my presence, activities happen. I do not do activity. Activities are done by guna of Prakriti. But I identify with them, therefore I consider aham karta. It is like a child, when he is watching cricket match. So when bowler is bowling, he will be doing hitting action. Because he identifies with the batsman. In better example is, when you are going under the bridge, which is very low, and you have got big car. When it is going, you duck it. You are inside the car, but you duck. Why? Because you are identified with the car. We duck. We think that it will hit. So why it happens? Because you identify with that. So when some match is going on and bowler or batsman gets out, as if I am got out, because I identify with that. When this last World Cup was there and some big batsman got out, there was pin drop silence. 1 lakh plus people were there, all were stunned, as if they are out. Why? Identification with that. So here also, ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate. You must have seen, with whomsoever you have identification, with your son, daughter, husband, wife, you are identified, then if that person does something, you feel proud. If that person does something wrong, you feel shrunk. Like sometimes what happens that some students are sitting and you are identifying with the students, and therefore one student asks some question which you think is a silly question. You have not asked that question. Other person has asked, but you feel shrunk. Why is asking this? Why is asking this? So whenever there is identification, then as if you are doing that action. So that's what is happening. The body mind sense complex does action, but I am identified with the body mind sense complex. Therefore what? Kartaham. I am the karta. Iti manyate. So this is the status of ignorant person. That ignorant person looks upon the activities as done by him, by the self. And the now contrast is there. What about the wise person? That is said in the next shloka. Tattvavittu mahabhavo gunakarma vibhagayoh guna guneshu vartante iti matva na sajjate. So now contrast is shown that how wise person and ignorant people are different with regard to activity. Ignorant people consider themselves to be karta, the agent of action, whereas wise people do not consider them to be agent of action. They are free from the sense of doership. That idea is given. Hey Mahabaho is a word to Arjuna. O great armed Arjuna. Two, on the other hand, as opposed to the ignorant people, guna karma vibhagayoho tattvavit. The wise person who is the with, is the knower of tattvam, the truth. Truth of what? Guna vibhaga and karma vibhaga. Guna vibhaga means the groups of guna. Body, mind, sense complex is called guna vibhaga. Karma vibhaga means their activities. The Gnanendriyani will be doing the job of perception. Karmendriyani will be doing the job of action. Mind will be doing deliberation. So they are called karma vibhaga. So a person who knows the truth of guna vibhaga and karma vibhaga, the group of gunas, body, mind, sense complex, and group of karma, the activities. And what is the truth he knows? The truth of guna karma vibhaga is all these body, mind, sense complex are guna. I am different from that. That is the first tattva. He knows I am different from the body, mind, sense complex, which is a product of guna. That is the first thing. Second thing is all the activities are karma. All the activities are happening in the body, mind, sense complex, which is guna. And therefore, I am free from all activities. So even when the activities are happening in the body, mind, sense complex, he has got the knowledge of the truth about guna and karma, that guna and gunas alone are doing the karma, and because of that what? Guna guneshu vartante. One set of gunas, one set of the aspects of prakriti are engaged, vartante, are engaged in other set of the gunas of prakriti. What does it mean? As we saw, that one set of guna is manifesting in the form of body, mind, sense complex. So my hands, my legs, my organ of speech, my mind, my organs of seeing, hearing, all of them are one product of the gunas. The prakriti guna alone are in the form of this body, mind, sense complex. And all the objects, this fan, book, this cell phone, clip, all of them are also what? The product of prakriti only. So objects are also prakriti guna, and the organs which are perceiving the objects, they are also prakriti guna. So guna guneshu vartante. So one set of guna in the form of body, mind, sense complex, vartante, is engaged in the objects. So when my eyes are seeing these forms and colors, so eyes are also guna, and the forms and colors which are seen, they are also guna. So guna means the guna is in the form of eyes are engaged in various forms and colors. So guna alone are engaged in guna. Means one manifestation of Prakriti is engaged in another manifestation of Prakriti. On the screen of Atma, Atma is there as the truth behind this body mind sense complex and also behind these objects. So Atma screen, there is a movie projected by Prakriti. So hero also is this projected movie, and is the villain also is projected movie. And hero is watching, hero is going on the mountain. That mountain also is what? Projected movie. So one set of Prakriti, one set of movie is in the form of mountain. Other set of movie scene is in the form of the actor. But both of them are projected as movie on the screen, on a particular screen of the movie. Similarly, I, Atma, am like the screen. On me, Atma, the screen, this Maya, Prakriti, is projecting different things. Body, mind, sense complex is projected, and these objects are also projected. So all the activities are happening in the realm of Prakriti only. And therefore, iti matva, understanding that na sajjate, the wise person doesn't get attached. Matva means understanding. Having understood in this manner, na sajjate. When you are watching the movie and you are aware that it is a movie, you will not be disturbed. But when you forget that it is a movie and you identify with one sub character and you start crying, you generally identify with some character. In that, heroine is there, she is harassed, she is tortured by someone, and you identify with that. So you start crying. Or somebody is, some man or some boy is tortured, beaten by somebody, so you identify with the boy, you start crying. But if you know that it is a movie, really that boy was not beaten, really was not beaten, only acting of beating was done. Somebody was murdered in the movie, but really it was not murdered. They only some red liquid, it will be flowing. We think, wow. If we really go to the studio and see, that how we are fooled, that really is, there is a one building only, but they will show us as a very big palace and so many things are there. In one only they will be showing everything. They will show it that this person from his house, he went to some garage. Garage is next to only. So, but they will be showing the road and he travel and went there. So we are fooled. So one who knows that also is one projection, this also is projection. That person na sajjate. Similarly, on me, Atma screen, this Prakriti is playing this drama. On me, Adhishthanam Atma, Prakriti drama is going on. Having understood this, na sajjate. Person is not attached. This is my karma. Why did I do this? I should have done this. All this type of guilt is not there. And hurt also is not there. When you are having the identification with karma, you will have guilt. Oh, I should have done this, I should have done this. Guilt will be there. And if your identification with the karma phala, I am going to enjoy this, bhoktrutvam is there, then hurt will be there. I expected this, it did not happen. That fellow told me like this, I get hurt. So samsari's life will be full of guilt and hurt because of having this doership and experientialship. And that is because of identification with the body, mind, sense complex. The wise person is free from that. Therefore, he may be doing the activities will be done through his body, mind, sense complex. But he doesn't have the doership, and therefore guilt is not there. And hurt is not there. Whatever was possible in that situation, I did it. That's all. One thing we have seen earlier also. Nobody can be perfect in everything. You cannot be perfect in any field. Can you say, Swamiji, in this field I am perfect all the time? All the time I do correct and correct. Not possible. Whatever you do will have some limitation. There is no perfection possible at the level of body, mind, sense complex or the world. You tell me one perfect city in India. Is there one perfect city in the world? Not that. Even though they say Finland and all, they have got a very high, that happiness index is high. There are also problem. Certain things you cannot do there. Certain things you are supposed to do. You will feel constrained. So there is no perfect thing in this world. And therefore, you need not have the guilt. You can say, in that situation, with that background, I could do this. Our body, mind, sense complex could do that much. This talk I am giving, is it a perfect talk? No. I never think that, oh, I gave a perfect talk. That is not possible. There always some grammar mistake, some sentence construction mistake, something will be there. But it serves some purpose. When you go to dining hall, will there be perfect meal? No. But it serves some purpose. It serves, appeases our hunger. That is good enough. There is no perfection possible. And therefore what? His guilt is not there, hurt also is not there. And in this manner, na sajjate. He does not get cling to, he doesn't get attached to karma and karma phala. So what is the difference between the wise person and otherwise person? Otherwise person means the ignorant person is attached to karma and karma phala, whereas wise person is not attached to karma and karma phala. And why not attached? Because wise person is free from the sense of doership. Ignorant person is having the sense of doership. And another difference is wise person is not having expectation of karma phala for his fulfillment of life. Ignorant person is seeking fulfillment through the result of karma. And these are the main points of difference. Now in the next sloka, again this topic of what is the status of ignorant person and what is the approach of a wise person with regard to the activities done by ignorant people, that is pointed out. प्रकृतिर्गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृत्स्नविदो मन्दान् कृत्स्नविन्न विचालयेत्. He says, Prakritir guna sammudaha guna karmasu sajjante. Sammuda means the people who are deluded. By what? Gunas. By the product of Prakriti. Prakriti means of Prakriti. The people who are deluded with reference to the products of Prakriti. What are the products of Prakriti? This body, mind, sense complex, the objects of the world. They do not have clear picture of the status of this body, mind, sense complex. They consider body, mind, sense complex to be oneself. It is something like I consider the dress to be myself. Dress is very intimate to the body, but still I know I am not the dress. Similarly, this body, mind, sense complex is very intimate to me, but it is not me. That fact is not clear, and therefore they consider that body, mind, sense complex to be oneself. And therefore, guna karmasu sajjante. They are attached to guna, this body, mind, sense complex, and the function of gunas, the activities of body, mind, sense complex. And what type of attachment they have? Vayam karma kurmaha. I am doing this. See, person will have so much fear. Oh, today I have to speak 5 minutes in front of everybody. So much fear is there. All 3 seasons will come. This, shivering of winter will be there. And this perspiration of the summer will be there. The whole body will feel wet. This monsoon will be there. Person anxiety. Otherwise, he is very much talking. but I have to talk in front of everybody. So why there is a fear? Because I am going to do it. And if I don't do well, what will people think? That I don't know how to speak. So there is so much sense of doership. Otherwise, he says this. See, I have not asked them to call me. They have called me, and therefore, whatever is known in this body, mind, sense complex, let it be told. I can be sincere in doing what is to be done. But why should I have that much pressure about it? But it comes in front of everybody, especially in front of everybody. I have to do. What will people think? So, vayam kurmaha, karma kurmaha. I am doing the karma, and therefore I have got anxiety because I judge myself based on the action, the effectiveness of action. If I do well, then I feel I am a good person, I am a successful person. Not only this karma, then karma phala should be good. People should tell. We are always waiting for the approval from people. Nowadays is very common. I want some likes, How many people are following me, Twitter and all this? How many likes I got it? People want that upvotes and all this. So much grace for that. Seeking approval from people. Why? Because I am not acceptable to myself. And therefore, I judge myself based on the activities. So, vayam karma kurmaha. I am doing karma. For what purpose? Falaya. For getting some benefit. Either monetary benefit or it is benefit in form of recognition, benefit in the form of some power. So always this Ajnani has got this approach. I am doing and I am doing it for some result which I will be able to enjoy and I will be fulfilled. And because of that, sajjante, they remain attached to karma. They create the anxiety for the person. Whereas the wise person are free from that. And what should be the approach of wise person towards these ignorant people who are doing the activities? It is said, Tan akrishna vidan mandan, krishna vin na vichalayet. So Bhagavan Sri Krishna is giving a suggestion. Krishna with means the person who knows the complete reality. Krishna with means one who has got the knowledge of Krishna. Krishna means complete. Or one who has got the complete knowledge. Krishnam Vetti, one who knows completely the reality of everything. Wise person. Na vichalayet, should not unsettle, should not disturb, should not confuse. Whom? Mandan. The people who are dull-witted, people who are unevolved in their cognitive pursuit, in their spiritual pursuit. Akrishna Vidan. Those who do not have complete picture of this, what is the world, what is karma, what is atma, what is Ishvara, they do not have complete knowledge. Some idea they have, but they do not have complete idea, and therefore they look upon themselves as the doer. They look upon this result of karma as the means for fulfillment in life. And to such akrishna vidan, the people of incomplete knowledge, to such people, wise person should not disturb. Means what? Wise person should not tell, see, you are doing all the activities will not give you immortality. Na karmana na prajaya na dhane na tyage na eke amrutatva manashu. So why are you doing karma? This karma will not give you moksha. And whatever result you get from karma, it will be limited only. Now you are incomplete. After this karma is completed also, you will be incomplete only. And Atma is Akarta. So, why are you engaged in activities? That type of teaching should not be given. Why? Because they are not fit for Atma Jnanam. And they are, if you are deviating them from karma, they will be Ubhaya Brashta. So, whatever small benefit they were getting by being engaged in karma, some laziness was at least not there. And you tell them you all the time meditate. Person is going to, last class I had told, person is going to the temple. Every day, morning, evening, he goes, he does some seva in the temple. And to that person, you say, what is the use of going to the temple? By going to the temple, you are not going to get moksha. You should meditate. Meditation will give you moksha. Meditate that I am akarta, abhokta, Brahma. So this person respects you and therefore he listens to your words. And next day morning, he will not go to the temple. He will try to meditate. But meditation is not that easy. Therefore, what will happen? He will fall asleep. And then afterwards, he will think that why to get up and fall asleep? Not to get up. So earlier he was getting up at 4 o'clock, 4:30 to go to the temple at 5:30. Now you have told him to meditate, and therefore he says, anyway, I am not able to meditate. So what is the use? I will get up at 6:30 only. So what has happened? You could not put him to the meditation. The meditation benefit he could not get. And whatever benefit he was getting of going to the temple, that also gone. Ubhaya Brashta. And then he will have fall. He will become more and more lazy. He will go for some shortcut. So lazy people always think of shortcut. So they will try to get some benefit without working. And therefore this corruption comes, bribery comes, all this comes. And therefore, if somebody is doing karma with the idea of dharma, person is doing his duty, let the person do the duty. Therefore, when we select the students interview, we ask this question: are you having some duty right now? If you have to take care of your parents, or you have got very young children, then we will not take them. Because our approach is that you do your duty first. You running away from the duties is not the approach of Shastra. Doing your duties, having completed the duties, you come to Vedanta. Of course, you cannot fully complete, but to the extent you are free from the duties, you come. Otherwise, what will happen? Studying Vedanta will become the means for escaping from the duties. Because some duties are very painful. So you don't like, and therefore you give an excuse, what? I want to study Vedanta. Really, you don't want to study Vedanta. You want to run away from the duties. Therefore, we don't encourage such things. We said you remain in the house, remaining in your place. We don't say, oh, we are starting the course, all of you come. The house will be taken care of by Bhagwan. They also say that. Bhagwan. We don't do that. If that type of sincerity is there, we don't have to tell. In fact, one person came and he came all the way from some Assam somewhere, and he said, I want to join this course. He brought one firewood and all this like traditional. No, he did. And I said, you are a good student, but what about your family? He said, my wife is there, 2 children are there. I said, no, 2 small children, you cannot come. So we should not encourage this escapism from the duty. We should encourage to fulfill the duties. So wise people will not say run away from the world. Wise people will teach how to be in the world. Not run away from the world. How to be in the world with proper attitude so that you grow in life. So that is the approach. So Bhagavan says that wise person should not unsettle. Vichalayat means unsettle the person who is not having the maturity to pursue this self-knowledge now. Let him be in the activities. It is something like some child is just learning alphabets and you put him in the 6th class. What will he do? 6th class he will not get, and alphabets also will not learn. Because in 6th class alphabets are not taught. And therefore, wise person should never confuse these ignorant people. He should lead them to right activity. And for that purpose, wise person himself will do the activities. If the head of the organization goes to the temple, then others also will have inspiration. If he doesn't go, then people will think it is not necessary. So even though the head of the organization doesn't require to go for his benefit, still he will go to set an example so that the people who need activities, they remain in the activities. So in this slokas, 28th, second half of the 20th up to 29th, Bhagavan talked about the topic of Loka Sangraha. Loka Sangraha means well-being of people. Wise person should do the karma for the well-being of people. And well-being of people, another idea is that leading the people to the dharma, not misleading people. That is called Loka Sangraha. So wise person, when they are in the field of activities, they should do the activities. Otherwise, they will be creating wrong example for other people who need activities. Yeah, if wise person is there in the forest, nobody looks at him, he is in the cave, he need not do activities. Because he is not playing the role of a leader. If you are playing the role of a leader, you lead properly. Otherwise, you resign from leadership. Ever many members of parliament, they are members of parliament, but hardly go there. Very rarely they go. Many of them they don't go. Very few, especially Rajya Sabha, some of them are appointed, and they are big celebrities. So hardly they go. What is the use of making them member of parliament? So if you have assumed a role, if you happen to be playing some role, if you happen to be in a particular setup, then you should follow the script of that setup. If you have decided I will play this drama, then you should play the role properly. You will not say, no, whenever I feel like I will enter into the stage. No, when you are supposed to enter into the stage, then only you should enter. You cannot say, no, now I am taking tea. So let them play, I will come afterwards. That type of thing, it doesn't work in drama. Exactly when your entry should be, that time only you should enter. So similarly, a wise person will not be irresponsible. Our Shastra never talks about irresponsibility. Shastra says be responsible. That is why in India only we have the word duty. I have joined duty, they say. In America, they don't say join duty. I have joined work, they say. Whereas we have got the concept of duty. I am going to my duty. They are only tire duty, heavy duty tire only. Here duty means what we are supposed to do is called duty. It is not only when you are going to the company or government office is duty. At home also you have duty. The housewife also is doing the duty. Parents also doing their duty. So duty means what is to be done. And when a person does what is to be done, then only he grows. Growth happens by doing what is to be done. That is a simple principle of growth. Growth happens by doing what is to be done. So ask this question, what is to be done? You will grow. So here the approach of a wise person was presented. Now in the next sloka, Bhagavan is giving the summary of Karma Yoga. Mayi sarvani karmani Sanyasyadhyatma chetasa Nirashir nirmamo bhutva Yudhyasva vigatajvaraha. So this is a very beautiful sloka. In one sloka, all the aspects of Karma Yoga are presented. So if you want to understand Karma Yoga, then you understand this shloka, you will have complete understanding of Karma Yoga. So first aspect of Karma Yoga is suggested by Yudhyasva. Yudhyasva literally means fight. This fight particular word has in Bhagavad Gita has created confusion for many people. People think that Gita is teaching the teaching of fighting. Gita is telling to fight. Therefore, in Russia, this Bhagavad Gita was banned for some time. Why? They said Bhagavad Gita is promoting war. As if they are not fighting. But Gita, they themselves are fighting. But Bhagavad Gita is promoting war. So remember one thing here. Yudhyasva is a contextual expression. In case of Arjuna, fighting the war happened to be the duty. Therefore, Bhagavan, when he talks to Arjuna, he said Yudhyasva. If Bhagavan was addressing us, Bhagavan will tell the Griha Karyani Kurushva. He will say that do your household duties. So here Yudhyasva should be understood as what? Do your duties. In case of Arjuna, it is fighting, therefore fighting. In case of Pujari, it will be what? Pujayasva. May you do worship. In case of a business person, do your agriculture. Do your business very well. And the person who is a service class, do your service very well. So Yudhyasva is a contextual word giving the message, do your duties. So the first aspect of Karma Yoga is doing your duties, not doing somebody's duties. Sometimes what happens that we think that our job is very difficult, very involving lot of efforts, very strenuous. Other people have got easy job. This is a very common thing in organization. In here ashram also they say, this pujari, see, only 3-4 hours they have to do. How many hours we have to work? And these puja people will think, see, they have to work only daytime, whereas we have to get up early. So everybody thinks that my job is difficult, other job is easy. And for easy job he is giving more salary. That's also another guy. Not only, both things are there. I have got difficult job and less salary. They have got easy job and more salary. Therefore what? I would like to do somebody's duty. Bhagavan says, no, do your duty. Suppose you have come here and Swamiji is late by 5 minutes. So some of you thought, oh, let me start teaching you. That is not correct. Do your duty. Just listen. And somebody's duty is to remain steady, watching at the gate. His duty is to watch the gate. Means he should be there near the gate. And that fellow keeps on roaming around inside. And the person who is supposed to move about, he every now and then remains at the gate. That's not correct. It's like in a machine. This bolt has to remain steady. It should not move. No, nut and bolt. That bolt has to remain steady. And axle has to move. Axle is thinking that why should I move all the time? Bolt is all the time steady. I will steady. So machine will not work. And bolt thinks that, see, all the time I have to be steady only. Let me start moving. If bolt moves also, machine will not work. And axle stops moving, then also machine will not work. Machine will work when bolt remains steady and axle moves. So one who is supposed to move should move. And one who has to remain steady should be steady. And therefore, Bhagavan is giving the message, Yudhyasva means do what is your duty. In a given setup, whatever is your duty, you do it. That is first aspect of Karma Yoga. Swadharmanushtanam. That is the first aspect of Karma Yoga. Second is Adhyatma Chetasa. One requires devotion. Adhyatma Chetasa means sense of devotion. There is devotion for the Lord, and devotion is coming out of the gratitude to Bhagavan. I have received so much from Bhagavan and I would like to offer something. So this gratitude, devotion for the Lord is the second requirement for Karma Yoga. Therefore, one important thing to be noted is Karma Yogi is Bhaktaha. Why? Because without bhakti, Karma Yoga is not possible. Secular Karma Yoga is not possible. So Karma Yogi has to be Bhakta. Why? Because without Bhakti, Karma Yoga is not possible. And Bhakta has to be Karma Yogi also. Because Bhakta will be expressing his devotion through karma only. So Karma Yogi is a Bhakta and Bhakta is Karma Yogi. So don't have such division. Karma Yogi is also Bhakta, Bhakta also is a Karma Yogi. So second thing is devotion for the Lord. Without devotion, Karma Yoga is not possible. And third thing is Mai Sarvani Karmani Sanyasya. Sanyasya here is not renouncing, offering. Offering Sarvani Karmani, all the activities, Mai means to the Lord. So the third aspect of Karma Yoga is offering all the activities to the Lord. And we have seen earlier, it is not that when I am doing puja, that activity of worship only, it will be offered to the Lord. Any action, you are sweeping the floor, that also you can offer. You are cleaning the toilet, that also you can offer. There is nothing, no activity which you cannot offer. Every activity which is your duty, offer it to the Lord. In the eyes of Bhagavan, all activities are important and they have a place. Like in the machine, every part is important. In this scheme of things called the world, every person is important. Every person's duty is important. And therefore, never look down upon any action. Every action can become the means of offering to the Lord. And therefore, Bhagavan says, Mai Sarvani Karmani. All activities you offer to the Lord. Even when you are taking bath, you say, this is my offering to the Lord. The Lord who is sitting in this body, I am offering the bath. So offering bath to the body is what? Cleaning the temple of the Lord. Deho Devalayah Prokta. Our body is a temple. So when you are cleaning the body, you are cleaning the temple of Bhagavan. With that attitude you take bath, it is offering to Bhagavan. When you are eating, you have the attitude that I am offering this oblations in the form of food to Vaishwanara. Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Ashritaha. So I am offering this food to Bhagavan who is there in my stomach. Therefore we say Pranayasva, Apanayasva is an offering to the prana. So whatever you do, all karmas, Bhagavan say you offer it to me. And I tell you, when you have this attitude of offering actions to Bhagavan, you will always do karmas which are dharmic karma, karmas which are righteous. You will not do something which is improper. And also, every activity will connect you with the Lord. You remain connected with the Lord even though physically you are not in the temple. Generally, we think that we are going to see Bhagavan in the temple. When I go to the temple, I am connected to the Lord. Shastra says not necessary. Let the whole world become your temple. When you have got the attitude that every action I am offering to the Lord, then the whole world is temple for you. So you are always in the temple. The temple is the place where you connect with the Lord. And now, while offering the action, you are getting connected to the Lord. Therefore, the whole world is temple for you. So, Mai Sarvani Karmani Sanyasya. And offering means what? Offering means remembering the Ishvara, having the attitude that these karmas, let it become the means for expression of my gratitude. Sometimes at that moment you may not be able to remember, but in the morning you have got sankalpa. Oh Lord, let my all the activities during the day, let them be the offering to you. At the end of the day, you say, Kayena vacha manasendriyerva buddhyatmana va prakrite svabhavat karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai narayanayeti samarpayami. So every day, night, you say, "Oh Lord, what all actions have been done by me, I am offering it to you." So morning you have done this resolve, evening again you are confirming your resolution, and that becomes Sarvani Karmani Sannyasya. And as I said, we need not feel inferior in doing anything. If it is a thing to be done, let it be done. Like mother, when mother is feeding the child, then also mother is expressing her love. When mother is cleaning the child, that also is expressing love. It is not only when feeding she is expressing love. Even when mother is cleaning the body of the child, it is expression of love. So similarly, all the activities I do are expression of my gratitude, my devotion to the Lord. That is called Mahi Sarvani Karmani Sanyasya. And Nirashihi. Nirashi means free from material expectations or particular expectation. Nirashihi. Ashi means expectations. I do not expect the material benefit, and even if I expect, I do not have insistence for particular result. So the Swamiji used to say there are 4 types of result: equal to my expectation, more than expectation, less than expectation, opposite to my expectation. So I do not have any particular insistence. I am doing my job, whatever be the result, let it come. Nirashihi, not having insistence that this alone should be the result. That is the next aspect of Karma Yoga. So one is Yudhyasya Visa, Adhyatma Chetasa, third Mahi Sarvani Karmani, fourth is Nirashihi. Fifth one is Nirmamaha, without mamakara, without being possessive about karma and karma phala. That this is my karma alone. I will not allow anybody else to do, even though I am not able to do it now properly, but I will not allow others to do. I am possessive about certain actions. Many people have that this is, I only will cook, I alone will serve, I alone will offer garland, I alone will hold umbrella. This person is now not capable of holding umbrella. He himself requires to be held, but no, I alone will do it. That is called mamakara. Yeah, whatever action I am fit to do, I will do it. And if when I am asked to leave it, I am ready to leave it. Similarly, not only karma, even with reference to phalam, result. When I get some result, it is I am not possessive about the result. There is readiness to share. In our tradition, when you receive prasada from the temple, when you come out and somebody has not received it, you should share it. Prasada should be shared to maximum people. That is why people, when they go to Badrinath, Kedarnath, they bring prasada and they distribute. Even sometimes they have got very little prasada. They will mix it with something else and distribute. There is a value that whatever I am receiving is not mine alone. It belongs to the totality. Because you cannot do action without the help of totality. See, I am able to talk now because there is a mic, there is a light, there is somebody who has set up. There are so many people who have worked on this. There are people who have given me food. So therefore I am able to talk. So I am doing a single action. There is a contribution of hundreds of people. In fact, you can see the whole world involved in this. And therefore, I cannot claim any result to be mine alone. You cannot be the sole author of the owner of any result, because whatever you have done, there is a contribution of the world. See, I am able to speak Vedanta because I have been taught by my teachers. There are books available. So many literature devices available. I read that, see them, and therefore I am able to do it. Therefore, whenever the result of karma comes, There is readiness to share. I don't become possessive about the result of karma. That is called nirmamaha. So about karma, there is no possessiveness. I alone will do, nobody else should do it. That is not there. And with regard to the result also nirmamaha. And lastly, bhutva means having become nirmama, free from mamakara. The mamakara alone binds the person. There is a beautiful sloka which says, Mameti badhyate jantuhu nirmameti vimuchyate. As long as you have this mamakara, mine, then you are bound. When you get rid of this nirmama, this mamakara, get rid of this mamakara, become nirmama, then vimuchyate. That is why sometimes they say namaha means what? Namamaha. One meaning grammatically is not so, but namaha, one idea people derive is namamaha. In fact, after offering ahuti, idam indraya swaha, idam namama, you have to say that. Otherwise, after giving Indra, you said, you please use it properly, otherwise I will take it back. Many times people offer some fruits or chocolates or something, they instruct also, Swami, you only eat. You only eat it, don't give it to anybody. And sometimes they will put it inside also. Swami, if it is outside, you will give. That much. That is called mamakara. Once you have given. Puja Swamiji said, Dattam. Given. We don't give up. They ask also, Swamiji, are you using that? Or you have given it away. So sometimes I get some shawl and all, in some place. So I feel like giving, but if I give that, they will feel hurt. So there shall I give it here, here shall I give it there. That's what I have to do. In fact, sometimes I give some sweet somebody has given, I give. I said, this sweet you don't give to that person because that person has given to me. If you go and give it to him, say, who gave you? Short circuit will happen. Therefore, I say, why people have got mamakara? Right thing is that you should say, Swamiji, I am giving it to you. You please distribute. Because Swamiji loves to distribute. And you are giving it to Swamiji and let Swamiji enjoy whatever he does. If he enjoys eating, let him eat. If he enjoys sharing, let him share. In fact, some good devotees, they will say, Swamiji, this person has come, I have brought this, you give it to him. That is the right attitude. I give and tell them, Swamiji, this is there, and Swamiji can give that. That is called not having mamakara. Otherwise, after giving also, we don't give up our possessiveness. So, with reference to anything, there is no mamakara. More mamakara is there. Mamakara means minus this possessiveness. You are bound. Whatever, with reference to whatever thing you have got mamakara, you are bound. Therefore, nirmama iti vimuchyate. That is nirmama. Then lastly, vigata jvaraha. Jvara means anxiety. Jvara literally means fever. Vigata jvara means free from fever. And free from fever means what? Free from anxiety. Because fever brings this fever. Fear or anxiety brings fever. So vigata jvara means free from anxiety. If you are following the life of Karma Yoga well, then you will be relatively free from anxiety. Why? Because you said, I am doing what is to be done. I am not anxious about the result. Why should I bother? Let me do what is to be done. Result will take care of itself. My focus is on action. So some people think that anxiety is a sign of sincerity. Not necessary. Anxiety can be a sign of immaturity, not sincerity. You can be sincere, but still need not be anxious. So don't equate this anxiety to sincerity. If somebody is doing calmly, then somebody may think, oh, he is not worried at all, and therefore he doesn't care for me. So it's immaturity. Some person is really doing for you, but he doesn't look anxious. It's a good thing. I told Swamiji this, and he did not have any sadness, I asked him, I am not so much in pain, and Swamiji said, yes, I will talk to the doctor. He simply said this. No, no, Swami, no sadness. He did what is to be done. You imagine you go to the doctor and I have got this problem, this problem. Doctor also is so sad about you. So you are crying and doctor starts crying with you. Then that type of doctor, is he helpful? No. He should not cry. He should help you. You go to the this clinic and see doctor and patient both are crying. What type of clinic it is? Crying clinic. Name should be given. Crying clinic. So Vigata Jwaraha means free from anxiety. So the 6 aspects of Karma Yoga I talked about. Or we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.